Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're just gonna sit down and just talk. We're gonna watch my one of a replay of one of my Pokemon Showdown play games in the background, and we're just gonna talk. So this week I've been playing through Odyssey 3 because I finished Odyssey 2, right? And Odyssey 3 is different to Odyssey 2 and 1 because I say it's different because in 3, the stratums are only 4 floors long. They're only 4 floors long, except for the post game. I haven't gone to the post game. I'm only in the second stratum on floor 6. I'm on floor 6 total, but on the second floor of the second stratum. So the post game is 6 floors long, which I'm okay with. Like I'm not against that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against it. It does not ruin the game that the stratums are like shorter, but I just feel like you have to grind more compared to Odyssey 1 and Odyssey 2. Like I feel like you have to grind more and do more grinding because the bosses are like every 4 floors. Literally, I feel like you have to grind more and I feel like they did not balance it correctly. I feel like they might not have balanced it correctly, in my opinion. But but I just but that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I feel like. I feel like maybe they should not have it every 4 floors, and it should have been every 5 floors, like LC 1 and LC 2. That's what I personally think. But then again, I don't know how the other games after LC 3 play because I've never played them. They were on the DS and 3DS, and I did own a 3DS and a DS, but I never got into the franchise because I honestly did not really I honestly did not really play out of the Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon franchise when I had the 3DS and the DS. The Switch is where I really branched out and tried different franchises. Literally, the Switch has made me branch out with so many different franchises. Literally, I'm playing so many JRPGs. Literally, my Switch is a JRPG machine and a farming sim machine. Literally, my Switch collection is mainly just JRPGs. I think at most, like out of my collection, I think about like 60 to 80 games. Out of that, probably about most of it, about maybe about 75% of it is JRPGs. Literally, about 75% of it is JRPGs, and probably about maybe 10% is, but maybe about 10% is, well, that's 85. Wait, 85. Well, about 75% is JRPGs, but then a good portion of the other percent is probably farming sims, and the rest are just Mario, Zelda, etc. So literally, I literally just play farming sims. Literally, I just play farming sims and I just play farming sims and JRPGs thanks to my Switch. The Switch has really brought me out to play different genres of games, which are like I'm not a big fan of shooters. Shooters, I'm not a big fan of, but yeah, but we get off the point. But so I've never played the other Extra games. This is the first time I played them because they came to the Switch. But the one problem I have with the games on the Switch is they Atlas and Sega never released the games outside of the Asia countries. Like, why not? They know they have fans. They know they have fans in the West. They know they have fans because Persona sells well. The Persona sells well out of Asia countries. It sells well. It sells well. Persona sells well. Literally, it sells well. That's why it sells well. Literally on the Switch. Apparently, apparently the Switch version of Persona 5 Royale has sold 1 million copies. That's good. That is good. That is a good amount of copies that have sold on the Switch. That's a good amount of copies on the Switch. So it was like, why would you not? Why would you not like release a physical for the Switch in the outside of Asia countries? That's what I don't understand. Literally, you have English on the games anyway, because most like a lot of Asian countries speak English, so they have English on there. So why can't they just release the games in outside of Asia because they had the English already on there, so they could have done it. But no, they're like, no, we cannot do that. It's just infuriating. Like they had English on it, so people who could speak English could play the games, in outside of the Asia countries, but they didn't release it, which still baffles me. Like literally, people literally went over to Play Asia and pre-order the game to get it imported to them. And the same thing happened with the Final Fantasy remasters from Final Fantasy 1 to 6 remasters that Square Enix did. Like Square Enix did put some out in outside of Asia, but they didn't put out enough. And literally, people had to pre-order from Play Asia just to get the physical copy of the game. It's just ridiculous that the companies know the game developers and companies know that they have fans outside of Asia, but they don't release them, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. It kind of makes you think that you have to learn Japanese or like a different language just to play the games because sometimes they don't release them out, and it's infuriating. I know the games are on the eShop, but for me, I do not like buying the games off the eShop. If I buy the games, I will buy games I know won't get any physical release. Like games that won't get physical release, I will buy them. Like this year, that's the only reason why I haven't. That's the only reason why I haven't brought Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed yet, because I'm still holding out hope that a physical copy of that game will be released. Of the DLC will be released, because that happened to Torna. That happened to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna. So I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope. It came out this year, so I'm hoping that maybe in the September Nintendo Direct that they will announce that a physical version of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeem will be released. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that. I know it's a very slim chance. I know it's a very slim chance. If it doesn't get released, I'm gonna buy the game anyway. I'm gonna buy the game digitally. But I'm just like literally holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that the games will be released, that DLC will be released physically. Like I'm still hoping that Persona 3 Portable, and Persona 4 Golden will be released physically. I already bought them on the Switch. Them on the Switch. But if they get released physically in a double pack, I'm buying them. I'm picking that up straight away. I'm picking that up. I don't care. I will double dip. I will double dip, because like I don't like digital games, because like they're okay, but physical format is where it's at. Like once if Nintendo goes fully digital, I'm out. Once Nintendo goes fully digital, I'm out. I will stop gaming. I will literally stop gaming, because I don't want to have a digital only console. I want physical. I want to collect. I'm not a collector, but I like collecting physical games that I'm gonna play. Literally, all the games I have played them. Literally, all the games I played them. Not some of them more than once, some of them not more than once, because like literally, because they're all JRPGs, they take a while. But there's some games I really want to go back to. Like I want to go back to playing Shin Megami Tensei 3 and 5 on the Switch, because those are amazing games. Love them. I want to replay Persona 3, 4, 5. I want to replay those. I also want to replay the Tales of games on the Switch, Tales of Symphonia and Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Symphonia, not so much because the map is terrible. But because it's such an old game, the map is honestly terrible. Traversing that map is terrible. Vesperia's map is amazing compared to Symphonia's. Literally, is amazing compared to Symphonia's. But literally, I just want physical copies. Like I'm just hoping that Nintendo doesn't stop releasing physical copies of the games, because if they do, I'm out. I'm out. I will stop buying. I will stop buying video games entirely. Literally, I will stop buying video games entirely. I'm out. I'm literally out. I'm literally out. Like physical media is where it's at. If physical media go out, I'm done. I'm literally done. I will just watch all the games I want to play that I'm interested in on YouTube, or watch people do gameplay videos, do walkthroughs. That's what I will do. Literally, I will just take a step back and like, nope, I'm done. I'm done with video gaming. Literally, I'd be like, I'm done. I hold my hands up. I'm done. Literally, I'd be done. Which sucks, because because I know that digital, like I think PlayStation has a digital only console, and I know people buy it, but I'm thinking why don't you want? I know people don't have the space. I know some people buy digital consoles because it's not the space, but I also hope that companies also try to keep in mind about people who want to buy physical media. Like there's collectors out there who buy the physical media, which I don't sometimes I don't understand collectors of why they buy each and every game available, because some of those games they want to buy is kind of like they buy games they don't play. Like literally, there's a Nintendo Switch collectors on Reddit. I've been like it keeps popping up in my as I'm scrolling. So I go on there and I ask a question like, do some collectors play the games? And most of them said no. They're like some of them said they intended to, but they will never get to it, because some of them have like massive collections, and like I'm thankful for them. Like I don't understand collecting games personally. I don't understand collecting games. Like I only collect the games that I want to buy, like the games I want to play and buy, and then I will just, because then I can just replay those. Like literally, I can replay those constantly. Like I literally just replay Stardew Valley constantly because it's amazing. Like literally, I replay Pokemon. I replay Pokemon because you can do Nuzlocke turns. Literally, there's like that's why I buy them. But collectors, I'm thankful collectors that they just buy the games, they buy physical copies of the games because they know because they just want to have them. And honestly, I'm really thankful for that. I'm really thankful they do that, because it makes me happy. It really makes me happy to do that, because that means there's a high chance that Nintendo won't stop doing physical media. Digital media is people are buying more digital games. It's a fact. People are buying more digital games because people, because it's just easier, because then you don't have to keep switching out game cards all the time. Yes, that is annoying. I will admit that is annoying. I will admit that is annoying. But I don't think they should get rid of this physical media in general. I think it should stay. It has to stay. It has to stay. I just hope Nintendo keeps it. If Nintendo stops doing it, it will just suck. Honestly, it will suck. I know I will miss out on the latest Mario game. Actually, Zelda. I'm kind of like, I know this is going to be controversial, but Zelda, I I'm kind of like, I'm kind of really apprehensive about it. Like, I like Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't enjoy them as much as I enjoyed linear Zelda. I don't like unlinear. I don't like the Breath of the Wild formula. I honestly don't. I prefer the formula of Ocarina of Time. I really do. I really do. I know this is gonna get people are gonna be really mad at me for saying this, but I really do prefer the formula of Ocarina of Time. I prefer those games more. I honestly prefer those games more. Like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are fantastic games. They are literally fantastic games. I will not deny that they're fantastic. They look amazing. They play amazing. The combat is amazing. I love the combat in them. I love everything. I love the new mechanics and everything in those games. But but I just don't enjoy them as much as I enjoy Ocarina of Time. Like, if I'm being honest, if the next mainline Zelda game is like Breath of the Wild, like Tears of the Kingdom, I might not buy it. I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. I just don't enjoy the open world Zelda, because like there's too much to do. There's like literally too much to do, and I honestly don't like having too much to do. Yes, people can say, well, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was open world, but that's complete. Like, but there's not literally too much for you to do there. There's literally, you don't have too much to do. Literally, you don't have too much to do in that game. No, that's the thing. You have like all the gyms you have to go to, and you can just catch every Pokemon. Literally, you have the gyms. You have the stuff the stuff you have to pull out to get the legendary, the new legendaries, like the myth. Were they legendary? Yeah, the legendaries that you have to, the shards. If you get to collect the shards, and you can open their portal things, and they come out and they fight you. But that's just catching all the Pokemon. That's just all catching all the Pokemon. So it's not really. I think you can't really compare the two. I don't even know why I compare the two, because I don't think you can compare the two. So I don't even know why I'm comparing the two. So I don't know why I compare the two, because you can't. You literally cannot compare the two. I don't know why I compare the two, but literally that's how is that's but that's my thing. I just think that open world Zelda is just not enjoyable to me. It's really not enjoyable to me, which sucks, because the games are absolutely amazing, but I just don't find them that enjoyable. Which sucks, honestly. It does suck to say that I don't find those games as enjoyable as everyone else should be. I just don't really find them that enjoyable. It sucks though to say that, but I just don't find them that enjoyable. They're amazing games, but I don't find them that I don't find them that enjoyable. It sucks though. It sucks to say that. I hope people don't come after me with pitchforks and stuff trying to cancel me out. I mean, they can cancel me if they want to, but that's my opinion. But yeah, anyway, I just got off on a rant. I'm sorry for going off on a rant. But I've also been reading Haikyuu this week. I've been catching up on Haikyuu. I just finished chapter 380. I'm on chapter 381 now. I really liked it. Obviously, Karasuno didn't win the nationals. Obviously, didn't win the nationals. That was bound to happen. But there's one thing I hated. After they lost the national game, right, against their opponents, against the opponent. I can't remember the team. But had like another short guy who was who is called the Little Giant, and Hinata said, I want to be my name is the greatest decoy. Like, his nickname is the greatest decoy, because he prefers that name over being the Little Giant. Like, he wants to be the greatest decoy. But after that, you get like a few pages saying about what happened after the three older students, the three seniors left. And I don't mind that, but I want to see Yamaguchi play. I want to see Yamaguchi be a mainstay on the team. It seems like he was going to be a mainstay on the team as well, a mainstay on the team after the three seniors left. But we don't get to see that. We literally don't get to see that, and that pisses me off. I understand that maybe the Shonen Jump might have told them the Shonen Jump might have told them you have to start wrapping up the series, and maybe they did. Maybe they want to end it themselves, but. I'm really mad that we didn't get to see Yamaguchi play in a full-on team in a full-on match, like where he's actually a very important member of the team. Like it seems like he was, and that infuriates me. It honestly infuriates me. That's the case. Like literally, we missed out on that, and it makes me mad. Honestly, it honestly makes me mad. I'm infuriated by that. I'm literally infuriated. I'm literally infuriated by that. It makes me mad. But literally, after that, Hinata goes to off to Brazil to practice beach volleyball, and basically most like the chapters so far about I think 15 chapters so far have been about Hinata just playing beach volleyball, and it's been really fun. You see him training, you see him getting used to beach volleyball because like beach volleyball is completely different to indoor volleyball because there's only two people instead of eight people on a team. So you connect only with one person, and then so it's like really intense. Like it's really different, and it's also more intense as well. So there's that, and also the the latest chapters I've just read is that Hinata and Kageyama are about to face off in a match. It's the Black Jackals against the Alders. Alders, I think it's called. The Alders. I cannot say the name properly, but it starts with an A. It's like the Black Jackals versus the Alders. And this is Hinata's first ever real match as a pro member. And literally, they're going up against each other. And the first thing that happens is Kageyama does his powerful serve, right? Powerful jump serve, but Hinata's there just to manage to keep it up with save it. He dives for the ball, save it, and then he runs and does his thunder jump basically, where he plants his both feet down on the floor, both feet down on the floor, and then he jumps up super high and slams the ball over and he gets the first point. Literally, that's what happens, and that was his first play. That was his first ever goal in a pro match, literally, and that was a good way to start the game. That was a good way to start to end. That was the end of the chapter as well. That was the end of that chapter. Literally, at the end of chapter 38, that was the end of the chapter. And honestly, that was awesome to see. That was really awesome to see that. You've seen how much Hinata has grown. Literally, he can receive the ball now. He can literally receive the ball. Like literally, he could not receive the ball for crap before, but now you can see how much he's progressed over the years. How much he could also set. Like you also see him setting for his teammate in beach volleyball. Literally, he's been setting. He literally did a behind set like because he was doing it with Okinawa. Okinawa runs behind and tells him to serve. So at least he serves backwards and serves to Okinawa, and he literally does it good. Literally, he picks it up quick, good, which is nice. But literally, yeah, he literally becomes like an all rounder. He becomes an all rounder and not just a middle blocker. He's like an all rounder now. He can receive. I don't know if he can serve. I think he's able to serve, but I haven't gone to that if he's able to serve. But he's able to receive, score. He's a good. He got better at middle blocking, so I'm guessing he's probably a really good middle blocker now because he literally was a middle blocker in his high school. So maybe he's gone better. I hope he's gone better. You better go better. But literally, it's gotten so much better. Like I really love the manga. I'm really so glad I've been reading it. I know I'm way behind. I know I'm really late reading it because it's like the manga finished like in 2018 or 2019. Like it's been finished for a while. I think I'm probably got those dates wrong, probably. But literally, it's such a good manga. I'm so happy that I'm reading it, and I'm honestly really sad to see it end because I don't want to see it end. And I just wish there was some chapters where we could see Yamaguchi play and see the other, not the seniors, but Tanaka, Enoshida, and the Kino guy. Like I want to see those guys play in as a team and see how they would work. But we didn't get to see that, and that makes me mad. That's one thing I would have wished. That's one thing I would wish that we could have the chance of and see that. I hope. I don't think we're going to get that in the anime because the anime is going to be like two movies. I think the anime is going to end off in a movie, which people are not happy about because I don't know where where the anime left off. I know the last time I watched the anime, I think the Karasuno was fighting against the Maya twins, was like facing off against my twins, and that's the last thing I remember. So I haven't watched the anime since then. Literally, I haven't been watching anime at all since then. Literally, so that was the last thing that's the last thing I remember. So maybe things maybe. So I don't know where they ended off. I don't know where they ended off. So I don't know where they ended off. So I don't know what happened afterwards. But literally, that's what happens. So there's that. But I'm really looking forward to see. Really looking forward to reading the rest of the manga and just see what I can get. I don't know why the hell did I'm looking back. What I'm looking back. Why the hell did I go for? Why the hell did I go for earthquake there? I'm looking back. I went for earthquake when I first came in. Was I expecting to swap or something? I know this is I know this is a weird thing, but I went for an earthquake and I don't know why I went for an earthquake. I went for an earthquake and I don't know why. I don't know why I went for an earthquake in Anonymous because I knew he could it wouldn't hit him, but I went for an earthquake anyway. And that really bugs me. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. Why the hell did I do that? Can I go back? See if I can go back to figure it out because I need to figure it out. That's gonna bug me. See, behavior player, Moonblast, I died. I came in and yeah, I go for an earthquake. I don't know why. I don't know why I went for an earthquake there. That's gonna bug me now because I don't know that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the last few chapters of the manga just to see if who wins against Kageyama versus versus Kageyama versus Hinata. Is literally they're facing off against each other, and whoever wins proceeds. Like it's a pro match. Whoever wins goes on to the next round. So I'm excited to see who wins. And on the on Hinata's team, he's got the Boko Bokoku. I can't pronounce his name. It's the guy from Fukunani. Oh God, pronouncing these names are gonna kill me. But it's got the Maya twin, one of the Maya twins, the one who's the setter, and on Kageyama's team, he's got the one guy from he's got the one guy from the match against the final match of the Inter High that Karasuno was playing against those guys. I can't pronounce the names because if I pronounce names, I'm going to do terribly. But it's the one that went up. It was the match that went to 5 sets, and Karasuno won on the final set. Literally, it looked like they were about to lose, but they won on the final set. So there's that. That's the guy who's talking about. The ace of that team is on Kageyama's team. And that's all I remember. And also the little giant who was facing off against Hinata, where they lost, but they only. I think they kind of lost. I think they could have maybe won it if Hinata didn't get the flu. Hinata got the flu and he got a fever, so he could not play for the rest of the game. And I think and if Suki didn't get a leg cramp as well, I think they might have had a chance of winning. They might have had a chance of winning. They might have had a chance of winning. I'm not saying they would have won. I think they would have a better chance of winning, but because those two things happened, they lost, which sucks, but it happens, and it just shows that they did not give up and they kept trying to grow. But literally, that's what happens. But yeah, literally, that's all I've been doing this week. That's literally all I've been doing this week. I've been reading Haikyuu, played the Eternal C3, such a good game. I've been listening to my music while doing it. Been listening to my music. Also, I've also started playing Pokemon Go. I know I'm really late to the Pokemon Go stuff, but I just been dabbling on Pokemon Go. Maybe just playing every once in a while. Every once in a while, I just play a bit of Pokemon Go. Do that. I don't play much of it, but I play it occasionally. I play it occasionally. But that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. I see you guys. Bye.